Hey, this is DJ Tamara back with you with another episode of Third Strike Rock. I hope you guys have had a great week. I'm sitting here in the Third Strike studio and all I see is rain, and more rain. So I'm trying to stay dry, keep out of that, and keep you guys rocking. We're going to have a great show today. Lots of wide variety of tunes today, like the last show. Trying to keep it fresh, keep it diverse. And we'll have some music news as well and some other cool tidbits. We've got an interview with a band called The Gigging Funk out of Florence, Texas. And we're going to get right into it with a new artist to my show called Spikey Apples. They are from Travis, Staten Island. And the tune is entitled A Candle Burned Up on a Table.
it off, crossing this off the list, adding it on, just to see it's finished. Well, what do you know? You tell me you do this, ain't comparing it all. You're starting to sound like me, well, who would have thought? I'd be dragged out of the house today, we're kicking it off. At the neighbor's house warming, shaking it off, crossing this off the list, adding it on, just to see it's finished. Well, what do you know? You tell me you do this, ain't comparing it all. It makes sense astrologically, all the ways but one. All the ways but the one I was thinking of, it all came down to one. In the end it all boiled down to one too many. I go too many, one too many. Whoa, whoa, one too many. I go too many, one too many. We're living it up. Shaking it off, crossing this off the list, adding it off.
All right, we just had a returning artist to my show, and that was Patoirlove, one of my personal favorites, with a tune entitled Beer. She is out of Portland, Oregon, and as I always say on my shows, all of my artists are on Facebook. So you can go to Facebook and do a search for the artist names that I mentioned, and you will find them on there. Please go to their pages, click like on their pages, and show them some love and support. That's what we're here for. Next, we've got another returning artist to my program. This is Movin Melvin out of Austin, Texas, with a song called I Have a Dream.
I stand before you today fully awake, but I dream the dream of Jesus, of Muhammad, of Gandhi, of Martin Luther King, and every spiritual and religious leader that have come before us. I have a dream that one day we will erase the lines that have long separated us as human beings into states and countries with borders between us, where people have suffered from exploitation, from what they have or do not have. and we all can roam the earth in a peaceful coexistence, where no one comes from any place else but here. I have a dream that when it comes to life matters, the eyes of the world will go blind to color, will go blind to gender, will go blind to size and nationality, and begin to see themselves as brothers and sisters, seeking love and togetherness through the hearts of one another. Yes, I have a dream that the religions of separation have made us tired of struggling against one another, tired of those beliefs that an all-powerful creator could want or need us to harm or destroy anything that is created, and to love and to serve that creator and the created perfect regardless of what language and name that you have chosen to give. I have a dream that the schools of the world will teach love and togetherness as their first lesson and last lesson, and that any brother of mine, whether he be black, white, yellow, red, or brown, suffers not unless I suffer with him, feel the pain of misunderstanding unless I feel it with him, nor carry any burden so heavy that it cannot be shared by me or others like me. Yes, I have a dream. I have a dream that we will cease to choose by iniquity and give the law of the universe back unto itself, and that any law made to govern the people be double and even triple upon those who make them, and that we, the children of the world, will serve with a love and a peace that burns in our hearts like a living volcano that burns to no end. Yes, I have a dream that as the sun comes up on a new day, our hearts will come up on a new way of love, happiness, and togetherness that is owned by peace. I have a dream that the people will establish themselves in a communication that speaks beyond the words of hatred, fighting, war, and killing. A communication where those who speak will listen, and those who listen will speak. A language that is common to all people, without boundaries or limitations. Yes, I have a dream that our children and their children will hear the call of love. They will hear the call of peace. They will hear the call of togetherness, and they will answer that call when war and insecurity knocks at the door by saying we are no longer available for that. Yes, they will answer, we are no longer available because our fathers and our mothers have given us the answer that war is not the solution or a solution to life. They will answer the call of peace with a raging brotherhood that encompasses every soul that walks the face of the earth that God has given us to this share. They will answer again and again and again until the call of war and any of its attributes are silenced with peace and love. Yes, I have a dream.
The kind of love reaction that can't wait, that can't wait, that can't wait, that can't wait. Where is the main attraction? The one that sparks reaction. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Can you see what you're doing to me? I love fever.
Hey, this is DJ Tamara. That was Elyse and the Aftermath, another returning artist to my program with a song that will wake you up if you were not awake already, called Love Fever. And now for my segment of my show called Did You Know? Did you know that this week is Stand Up LGBT Awareness Week? Stand Up LGBT Awareness Week is aimed at creating positive understanding of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender young people and their issues. Why do we need Stand Up Week? Well, many lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender LGBT young people develop their sexual and gender identities within supportive families and communities and are leading happy lives. However, many other LGBT young people experience serious levels of homophobia, transphobia, and exclusion in their schools, youth clubs, and local areas. Stand Up Week provides an annual focus for promoting positive awareness of LGBT young people, tackling homophobia and homophobic bullying, transphobia and transphobic bullying, and building allies among young people and youth workers. If you want to find out more information and about particular events around this cause, feel free to do a Google search of that cause. Thank you. Okay, we had Order and Harmony was the name of that first song in that 2-song set. That's by Victor Pez out of Denver, Colorado. Fairly new artist to my program. And then we had one of our old favorites, Rewd and the Rewd Ones with Perfect World out of New York City. And now for a bit of music news. Paul McCartney adds some arena shows to his high-in-demand concert series. Paul's European tour will start in London with his first shows in the UK in over 3 years, as well as London. The concert in Liverpool also sold out within an hour. Further UK dates will take place in Birmingham and Liverpool before Paul visits France, Holland, and Denmark, and Sweden. In the first 18 months since its launch, Paul's incredible Out There tour has been seen by almost 2 million people around the world. So far, this tour has seen Paul and his band perform a total of 64 shows in 12 different countries and venues of all different shapes and sizes. The Out There tour features music from one of the best-loved catalogs in popular music. Paul will perform songs that span his entire career.
I'm Kristi Bride. They call it unurban, but I'm not seeing like gardens anywhere, so I think their next step is to get a few art gardens going. Anyway, how's it going tonight, you guys? Hey. Woo! Thanks, Pete, for having me, putting this together. This first one's called, it's a new one I just wrote, called Rise Up and Ride the Wind. Times are changing, so I'm rearranging the way I view this world. If I stay the same, I got no one to blame, so I'm going to give this a whirl. Daddy, coming fast, coming hard, coming swift, baby. Oh, here it comes again. If it was up to me, I might just let things be, but I think we're in too deep. So I'm grabbing your hand. Let's make a grand plan. Then together we'll take this great leap. There's a storm coming round the bend. Oh baby, hey baby, oh baby, coming fast, coming swift, coming hard, darling. Oh, let's rise up and ride the wind. Thank you. This next one's called Unsolicited Advice because we know we've all given it, and I'm sure you've all received it. Why would I listen to you? Don't ever want to sound like you do. You're in the vein of an ego migraine, and it's going to pass with no confusion. Yes, yes. from the voices you bought by your head, making you live and dead. I'd love to help you break on through bloody shackles so you can stand up to the pill. They keep you in a tailspin. Vertigo dreams just can't come true. Here's the key to liberty's door. I found it while sleeping on the cement floor. The justice in you is the justice in me. The truth from you is the truth from me. The path for you might not be the path for me, but the love in you is a love in me. We're bound together in evolution too. Let's unlock this door so we can now walk through.
The one who searches will find, and the one who is alone will be found. There's enough sorrow for everyone. The thought of tomorrow make you feel bound, alone on the street with nowhere to go, with a dream that one day you'll have someone to love and to hold, and to hold.
Solo por la calle caminando va, con el frío, el hambre, la angustia y la soledad, sin tener a quien amar, ya que lo pueda aconsejar, alguien que quiera escuchar sus penas y en la noche cobijar, mendigando para obtener el pan, y en cada basurero con la suerte de algo encontrar, rechazado por la inmunda sociedad, criticándolo, burlándose y cuenta no se dan. Hermano, no todos los de la calle eligen su destino, nadie te promete que habrá mañana en tu camino. Tu vida puede cambiar en un momento repentino. La historia de este hombre así vino. Más de 20 años desamparado, nunca más vio a su familia y los recuerdos los ha olvidado. Entre copas perdido, mendiga su vida ha sido vencido, casi al presidio. No es lo que ha decidido, solo son las vueltas de la vida. Solo son las vueltas de la vida. Ja, así son.
Las vueltas de la vida.
Yeah, así son las vueltas de la vida.
Okay, we had another couple of great tunes there. I kicked it off with an artist I haven't played in several shows. That was Kristi Bride out of Santa Monica, California. Awesome, talented artist. Song is called Rise Up and Ride the Wind into Unsolicited Advice. We wrapped that up with Suave. Now we're going to get into my new segment of the show where I do band interviews. This band is called The Gigging Funk. I just so happen to be in this band as well, and we are based out of Florence, Texas. We're going to kick it off with a station ID from them, the interview, and a song, and we'll come back in and wrap it up with one of my returning artists, Jason Ewald, so stick around.
Generic station ID. Insert band name here. We are
Gigging Funk.
And you are listening to
Third Strike Radio.
Hey, alright, it's DJ Tamra back with you on my new clip of my show, which is doing band interviews. Today, I'm going to interview The Gigging Funk, which is a band based out of Florence, Texas. And this is also a band that I'm in as well, so I will be interviewing the band, and that includes me. Okay, so, again, this is a band called The Gigging Funk. We're going to go around the room and start. Tell us your name and what you do in this band.
Well, my name is Richard Lopez, and I play sax and flute, and obviously I do all the horn lines as much as I can. Of course, we don't have a whole typical horn section that we have, so I kind of triple up and double up as what I can do into my own thing. So sax and flute is what I mainly play.
Hey guys, this is Rob. My job in this band, I'm drummer and percussionist. Try to take care of all duties that fall within that realm.
This is Brian Kelly, and they call me Cat Daddy. I'm the bass player. I try to sing a little bit of background vocals if it's within my range, but certainly don't compare to our fabulous lead singer here. There's a song that we do that doesn't call for bass that I actually pick up the acoustic guitar too, so that's kind of what my job is in the Gigging Funk.
Hi, my name's David Wade. I play lead guitar, and I enjoy learning the new songs as long as there aren't too many at the same time. But I've been playing with Gigging Funk for about a year and a quarter now.
And I'm DJ Tamra / Tammy in the Gigging Funk, and I am the lead vocalist and co-founder of the band. And I do a lot of the administrative duties to kind of keep everyone on track, and so they know what's going on for the week. That's that in a nutshell. Okay, so now I want to go around the room and have you guys talk about what are your inspirations musically, but what are your inspirations musically to play in this band, not some of the other, because I know you guys and I know that you're in different projects. So what musical influences do you have that inspire you to play in Gigging Funk? And I'll start with me. I would say definitely the vocalist from the 80s. Like, we played a little Dokken earlier. George Michael, Madonna, Simon Le Bon, of course, from Duran Duran is my biggest. Richard, you?
Well, David Sanborn, Huge Grove, they usually accompany a lot of famous artists, and even Kenny G to some extent. Kirk Whalum will accompany a lot of groups too, and play along with them. But yeah, those are my influence, and I kind of add my own stuff to the band.
Rob?
My influences for this particular band, they range. They differ quite a bit. One of my influences happens to be Carmen Apiece. He has played with Rod Stewart, Ozzy, Blue Murder, just a wide variety of bands throughout the 80s. Another one, Kenny Aronoff, who's played for a longtime drummer for John Cougar. Some of my other influences, Ricky Lawson, there are just so many to choose from. Of course, Jeff Beccaro from Toto, Steve Gadd, he's played with everyone. Just a wide variety of drummers.
Brian, you?
Well, I'm not really a bass player by trade. I've actually spent most of my life playing keyboard, so that takes me in a whole different direction as far as influences go. But I started wanting to play bass because of the stuff that I really enjoy from the '70s. I'm a '70s child, and so I grew up listening to '70s radio stuff. A lot of disco, a lot of your funk. I love the Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Ohio Players, and there's a lot of good music that came out of the '70s that really those are the kind of bass lines that really appeal to me. A lot of the funky dance kind of stuff. So I'd say that's part of what I bring to the gigging funk is if I bring a song that I want to do to the band, it usually comes from that era because that's the real fun bass kind of stuff that I like to do.
Dave, what are your inspirations?
I grew up playing jazz guitar, and so I liked, when I was younger, I liked to listen to Wes Montgomery and George Benson and Grant Green, but lately I've been playing more popular music since I moved to Austin, and I've been listening to bands like the Toadies and some Bob Schneider, and guitar players, I like, I've been listening to Led Zeppelin a lot, I like Jimmy Page a lot, but I enjoy doing the more 80s influenced music in this band, so I was happy to play with you guys.
Awesome. Well, okay, so we will go on to, now my next question is, well, what type of music do we play? Well, I'll go ahead and answer that one. We play cover music, that's it. And we do a combination, would you agree, of 60s, 70s, and 80s music?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Variety.
And then I was going to go around the room and ask you guys what your own personal goals would be for being in gigging funk. Richard?
Well, just to have the experience of improving my skills as a musician. Of course, I'm much too old for it now, but man, if I could, if I were good enough, I'd become pro and make a living at that.
Rob?
My goals for this band, to be able to play some great covers, have the crowds enjoy them, and not just play any covers, but covers that other bands shy away from. The kind of stuff that not too many local cover bands are doing, and be able to do it well enough that the crowds can appreciate what we're doing. And if we can get them out on the dance floor dancing to what we're playing, well, we've done our job.
Brian, you?
Well, I just, I do this to have fun. I mean, I've got a full-time job and obviously isn't associated with music. So, this is really an escape for me. This is what I enjoy doing. This is what I felt like I was born to do. So I never want this to feel like a job, I always want it to be fun. That being said, part of the fun part of being in a band is sounding good, gelling, and really coming together and putting out some good quality music. So I don't think that necessarily this, that fun and working hard are antithetical. I think they go hand in hand, and I think that's ultimately what I want, and obviously I want our music to be appreciated by those who want to hear us. I mean, it's fun playing, but it's even funner when somebody else appreciates what you do.
Yeah. Dave, what are your goals for being in gigging funk?
I enjoy being in gigging funk, just to have people to play with, nice people to play with, and share the task of building a repertoire, and that's satisfying learning new songs. And then I like playing the gigs that we're getting. That is really satisfying when a gig goes well and you get paid, and so looking forward to more of that in the future.
Awesome. Okay. And then my next question is, what types of places do we play and or want to play? Speaking for myself, I feel like we're kind of gearing ourselves more towards like corporate events and private parties and things like that, maybe weddings. Richard, what kind of places would you like to see gigging funk
I
play?
think the sentiments are the same. I share the same vision you do. I'm way tired of having to play the bar scene, if you will. But I mean, if it's a good deal that we're getting good exposure and heck yeah, even some decent pay, I don't mind doing that from time to time.
Rob, you?
I wouldn't mind playing like the vineyards. There's a few vineyards here in the Central Texas area, and those are fun places to play. Also, I wouldn't mind playing some of these country clubs, places where you go and they have like conferences and stuff like that. Those are a lot of fun to play because the crowds there, the people there, they're there to hear music, as opposed to going into a bar and playing music in a bar. The crowds there are basically there to walk up to a bar, have a few drinks, maybe get snockered toward the end of the night, not really paying attention to.
Well, why wait till the end of the night?
You guys are so bad.
Well, throughout the whole night.
This is the gigging funk. This is a real unedited, uncut version of the gigging funk. Brian, what about you?
Oh, I'm when it comes to places to play, I'm not really that picky. I've played in all different kind of places, and I started playing nightclubs right out of high school, and I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't like that kind of scene, but I'll admit it, I'm a whore. I'll go anywhere people want to listen. I mean, if we got fans, I'll play. I just like playing for people.
Dave, you? Is there any particular places that you have in mind for gigging funk to play?
I enjoy playing vineyards. I played at my first vineyard about a month ago, and I had a good time. And so that's cool that we have one of those gigs coming up. But I'm same with Brian. I don't mind playing a variety of places as long as people are enjoying it and they want us there. That's good for me.
Awesome. Okay. And one thing that people like to do, as you guys know, with people that influence them or musicians they listen to, they like to kind of connect with you on a personal level without getting too personal and saying company names or whatever. Just I'm going around the room real quick and say just a little bit about yourself, so the fans can kind of connect with you a little bit. Richard, start with you.
Well, basically, I was a classically trained musician. I went to Texas Tech and Bader School of Music, but had to drop out of my junior year because of finances. But at that time, I played the double woodwind, such as bassoon and oboe, and ever since that time, my music experience has grown into doing stuff like this. I don't know, like I said, sometimes I figure that, I feel that I mean, no disrespect, that sometimes God did make a mistake because He put a musical heart in my soul, and not being able to do that full time. But hey, we do what we do, and I'm very much agreeing with Mr. Brian over here. It's an escape for me. It's my passion. Ever since we had the death of our daughter, music has taken a much more meaning in my life. And anyway, but that's basically about it.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Rod, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, kind of like everyone else.
You have 5 hours?
My
yeah, keep it brief, Rob.
Range. I got into music a little early, and I've just been playing anything and everything that I can get my hands on, drum-wise, percussion-wise. I won't shy away from any kind of music, regardless of how easy or how difficult it may be. I'll keep at it until I nail it. Let's see here. Training, I've had some training in music, done some college for it, did really well, but me in school, just not a good combination. However, I try to learn as much as I can in my craft. Drum clinics are really, really good inspirational process for me. When I go there, it's like I'm a sponge and I just soak up everything that I can, regardless of who the drummer or percussionist may be. I feel that you can always learn something, you can always take something away from these professionals that do these drum clinics, regardless what style of music they're from.
Okay, Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm like Richard. I was born with a musician's heart. It's just I started experimenting with music when I was in junior high school. I joined the band and started playing the trumpet, and really loved doing that. Really learned to love music, and then I started trumpet.
Talk her up, baby.
And I would actually get on the piano and write marches, and I would score them out on paper and all that kind of stuff. And I just did that for fun. My first march I ever wrote, I called it Bull Run, and wrote out all the band pieces and all that kind of stuff. So I really like to write and compose. I've always been a better composer, I think, than a player, because the problem is I like to play everything, and I've never taken the time to really master any instrument. I played trumpet, trombone, piano, bass, guitar. I've dabbled a little bit in violin. I mean, just anything I can pick up, I'll try to play it. And so that's kind of what I've done. I've just gone from instrument to instrument, and I really hit the streets right out of high school and started putting down my music on tracks and sending them out to the record companies, and just put up with disappointment after disappointment, heartache after heartache, and actually moved to Los Angeles. At the time, that was that was the place to be for musicians there in Athens, Georgia, but we had family in Los Angeles, and so we moved to Los Angeles, and I moved there with the intent on making this my career. And being a newly married man and having a wife to feed and support, I obviously had to have some kind of job while I'm trying to make music my career. And I just, you get caught up in life and doing what you have to survive and support your family. And next thing you know, the music has become more of a hobby and less of a dream and a goal. So that's kind of what happened to me. Not to say that I'm not happy with my life and the direction that's taken. And some people, this is all music is going to be to us. It's just a private passion, and do with it what we can. But I'm happy with that. It makes me happy. I don't feel like I have to be making millions at it to be happy with playing music, because it's my passion. It's my heart. It's what I love doing.
Here, here.
Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself.
See, I started playing music when I was around 13 or 14 with my friends in middle school, and we had a good group of friends. We would jam on 2 guitars and a bass, and we also used to play a little marimba too, which is an African percussion instrument. But I got serious about it, and I studied music in college. I was a music major, and after college I played guitar on cruise ships. And did that for 7 years, and I really learned a lot doing that. And on the cruise ship, I met a friend, and she invited me to visit Austin, and I really liked Austin, so I just drove down here and been playing music here. And I've gotten a day job in an unrelated field, but I try to play as much music as I can nights and weekends. It's going pretty good so far.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say real quick before I go on to the next question that it's really been an honor to ask you guys these questions, because I've learned a lot about you guys. I know you guys, but I always learn something new, and it's really cool. But like Brian and Dave, you guys, it's been really cool to learn more about you, even as long as we play together. So my next question is, I'm going to ask you guys what you feel sets gigging funk apart from, say, the other cover bands in this area. Dave, we'll start with you.
I think that We're good because we've been playing together about a year and a half now, and so we've gotten some experience with the songs, and also our song choices are different than normal bar bands, and I think that we will just have a lot of good opportunities coming up.
What do you think sets us apart, Brian?
Well, you know, I think our song repertoire definitely sets us apart. You know, we've got a lot of repertoire. I'm being made fun of over here.
This is gonna get ugly if we don't move on.
Anyway, we got a lot of
What?
Okay.
we do a lot of dance stuff, you know, 70s and 80s, and but you know what I think really sets us apart. I mean, here in Austin, you got a lot of people that do blues and indie music, and that's fine. But we're certainly different in that aspect. But what makes us different, I think, is just the way we as a group of musicians gel. I mean, we have a lot of fun at what we do. I love coming to practice, not just because I like playing music, but I just like the fellowship with you guys, and you know, we have we just click, and that's hard to find in bands, because being in a band is like a lot like being in a marriage. You either love each other or you're at each other's throats all the time, and you know, I think we all click really, really well. So.
Rob, what do you think sets Gigging Funk apart from other cover bands in the area?
Characters that the band members bring into practice.
Amen.
Seriously though, I think the variety of song choices that we have sets us apart. What I mean by that, instead of playing, you know, the hit song from a certain band that all other cover bands in this area are doing, we'll choose another song by the same artist, but a song that not every cover band is doing. You know, the crowds, if they want to hear that cover song, they can go hear some other band do it. And you know, I've heard a lot of cover bands do the same stuff, and some of them, they're not doing those songs justice. I'd rather play something totally different by the same artist and do it justice, and you know, have the crowds enjoy it, than to have them sit through another torn up version of the same hit song. Also, choosing different artists to cover, meaning stuff that other cover bands aren't even touching. I don't hear too many cover bands in this area play Sade or Steely Dan or even Earth, Wind and Fire. You know, something like that is what's going to set, you know, cover bands apart from other cover bands in the area, and I think we do that very well.
Richard, what do you think sets Gigging Funk apart from other cover bands?
Well, with all the aforementioned characteristics and qualities that everyone else
Okay.
but I think the biggest part is the fact that we're not a tribute band, and I mean, I've never been crazy about being a tribute band because they have to play the music or the song the same way that the band played it. I have never agreed with it. I think music is so versatile. It's a gift. It's just like making pizza. You can make the same pepperoni pizza, but if you put yourself into it, it comes out different. And I think that's what we do, is that we put our own signature. We put our own signature on the cover songs that we play. Like I said, a lot of the songs that we do play require at least a three-piece horn section. Nobody has we've never required a three-piece section. I guess we would all agree that I'm all the horns you need. But
yes.
Anyway, but you know, like for instance, a good example is we do Crazy
By Gnarls Barkley.
by Gnarls Barkley, and we play that. but there's no horns on that, obviously. But what I try to do at the beginning is put a little piccolo, a little flute to make it more sound military-like, and then I advance from there to a soprano sax. But with my effects, I kind of put a trumpet, more of a brassy, more of a trumpet sound, and gives it more of a cornet type feel to it. So that's my signature on that thing, and for me, that's cool because it makes it so different from the original. So anyway, but I think the fact that we just put our own signature on our own cover choice is what makes it special, different from the other bands.
All right, and just from my standpoint, I think what makes Gigging Funk different is, a combination of everything that you guys said. The character that we bring, the song choices, the fact that we have Richard when he's available to play with us, and just the camaraderie that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and say, thanks to each one of you guys for being on my show today. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out Gigging Funk live, if you are in the local Texas area, we are playing at Rumi's Tavern in Jonestown on March 14th, which is next Saturday. We will be playing from 1 to 3 p.m. That's for St. Patrick's Day vendor event. And then on Sunday, we'll be playing at Pilot Knob Winery, which is on March 15th from 2 to 4 p.m. And that Pilot Knob Vineyard, to be exact, is in Briggs, Texas. So we are going to end this interview. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate your time, and we're going to play.
Thank you, Tammy.
We're going to play a tune from the Gigging Funk after this that we have recorded. It is a live version of Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Sweet.
So enjoy. Strike Rockers. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show today. This weather is killing me. I'm just, like I said at the beginning of the show, looking around and all I see is rain. And it is tough keeping yourself motivated when it is gloomy outside. So it's been fun spending some time with you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the wide variety of music that I played in the show today and the wide variety of artists as well. If you are an artist and you've been played on my show before, and maybe you haven't been played in a while, and you've got some tunes you'd like to send me, please do. My email address is babppromotions@gmail.com. I am using a new program now to do my shows, and have a brand new set of tunes, some old artists and some new, and want to make sure that if you want your music played, that I still have it. A few things have been switched over, so please definitely contact me if you haven't heard yourself in a while and would like to be. Also, if you are an artist that has not been played on my show and you would like to be considered, again, email me at the same email address. Make sure whatever tracks that you all send me that it is broadcast quality. Also, I am still needing advertisers to my program, so please send me your information to the same email address. What you'll want to send me is the name of your company, your website, and your phone number so that I can get in contact with you and discuss that as well. We are going to wrap out today's show with a returning Third Strike Rock artist, Jason Ewald, out of Brooklyn, and this song is called Your Jesus. I just want to take a quick moment too and thank you to all of my returning listeners and thank you to any of my new listeners. And don't forget to go to my Third Strike Rock Facebook page, click on like, keep up with us, share our page with everyone you know so that we can get some more listeners. Go out there, have a great week. We'll see you next week, and take care.
Gonna love the God inside.